Masculinity is as stable as a dam. Everything can flow around it. Despite its strong currents, it still stands strong. This is how society is being upkept. The purpose of the man, the purpose on man, why man was created, why the woman gave some of her chromosomes to create man, was to protect her, provide, and produce for society. If masculinity was fluid, then society would be out of whack. There would be no purpose for man if masculinity was fluid. Could you think of a society of where men would just be fluid with their decision-making skills? They would be fluid with how they live their life? Can you imagine a society where men were fluid builders and not stable builders? The first thing a woman, a feminine woman, will look for in a man is stability. So how can masculinity be fluid if femininity is fluid? It's the simple concept of yin and yang. Opposites attract, opposites come together to form as one whole. As a man, you are not your best self if you are fluid. You're supposed to be strong, sturdy, and solid on what you stand on. Solid for what you stand for. This is how you gain respect in society as a man. Throughout the animal kingdom, there is no fluid masculinity. It's consistent through the mammal kingdom, the amphibian kingdom, the ape, whatever kingdom. The traits of masculinity are strong, solid, stubborn, leader, protector, provider, producer. We're the protector, provider, producer. All these buildings, we go into the mines. We're the strong, sturdy mind to provide for our family, friends, loved ones, and society. The feminine is fluid. Their emotions flow like the clouds, flow like the wind. And as a man, we be that rock that sets them in place, that puts them in place. Both energies are needed in society. So as a man, you don't go down in your feminine nature because you're doing society a disservice when you're in your feminine nature. When a man is in his feminine nature, that forces the woman to be in her masculine, because the masculine is the ultimate protector. Women go into their masculine to feel safe, to feel secure when they really don't have to. It's our job, and I'm not just saying as physical strength, but each gender has their strengths and weaknesses, and we're supposed to come together and counter, work as one to move as a unit and keep society moving as a whole. It's the alpha males in the pack that get the women. It's the alpha males in the pack that reproduce with women because the women want to reproduce with that genetic makeup. If you're a fat man, gut hanging over your belt, man boobs, insecure, you're poor, no resources, do you feel like you're worthy of mating? You can't even protect yourself. Can you protect the family? It's no coincidence that men don't respect fat people. They may make you laugh, but everyone judges you on looks. Everyone judges you on what you have. I could give you all this peace and like money doesn't matter nonsense, but we all know deep down that's not true. You want to provide for your society. You want to provide for yourself. You want to feed your own face. It's the feminine who looks for stability. As a man, if you're fluid and you're trying to learn yourself, you're fighting against nature. When you become stronger working with nature, when you're swimming in the ocean, you try to work with the waves and the tides. When you're surfing, you try to work with the waves and the tides. What happens when you try to fight that tide, fight that force? You may drown. It's no coincidence that these people who are part of the rainbow community, who don't believe in traditional norms, they suffer much more at depression than people who accept conservative traditional roles. Women and men who live in traditional conservative societies tend to be happier. This is a study, I don't have the pinpoint study, but I believe it. And it's not just from reading and studying, it's actually from going to conservative countries. I myself am Guyanese, conservative country. Both men and women are traditionally more happier. Go out and look for yourself and look at the beautiful world that naturally exists. All these buildings, all these peoples, all these different animals. Everything in nature, everything underneath on this planet are living in harmony with nature. The male lion is the hunter, the gatherer. The female lion is a monster when it comes to their children, to her baby cubs, such as the mother of a seal, such as the mother of a bird. It's the mother that's in the nest with the chicks. The man is out there hunting and gathering. Throughout nature, you see it's consistent in the animal kingdom, but why, as humans, the so-called most intelligent species, we have a problem with social norms, with gender norms. We try to fight nature for what it is. We are both needed. This is why we were both created. This is why we're both here. No one needs one more than the other because we both need each other. And it's up to us as men to fit our role. We have to become the best men we could be, the best brothers, fathers, sons, husbands, boyfriends, whatever we can be. You being fluid, you putting on a skirt, you trying to find yourself through painting your nails and being loose with your ideologies is not beneficial to you as a leader. If you're a leader and you're fluid, how can anybody really follow you? If you're a leader and you're fluid, you don't have the trust of your followers because they know with your words will change just like the clouds. You can't gain a following if you don't know where you're going. As a leader, you're supposed to have a vision, stand on that vision, move forward confidently, and watch how people follow you. That's not done by being fluid. That's done by being solid. That's done by being firm. Knowing what you want, or knowing what works for you and know what's worked for your family and society. That's what breeds a man. That's what breeds masculinity. Masculinity doesn't come from being overly agreeable. It doesn't come from being super open-minded. I'm not saying you have to be a closed mind, but even if you open a parachute too much, it won't work as well. And that's the same thing with masculinity. Keep your mind open only so far to the point where it works and benefits you, where you're learning, you're teaching, but you're not losing your ideologies that benefits you in the process. You being a masculine man is not you being fluid. Being fluid and assertive can't exist in the same room. When you're assertive, you cannot be fluid. Masculinity is stable, it's stability. Women want stability. They don't want an unstable man. You try telling a woman that I'm fluid, I'm not that stable or firm on what I say. How long would she be with you? How long would she try to follow you? Would she submit you? I doubt it. But you could try. You could give into this social programming, these FBI plans telling you masculinity is fluid. Don't fall for that Kool-Aid. Don't drink that Kool-Aid. Go back to your grandfathers. Go back to your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, and see how they dressed, see how they behaved, see how they talked, see what they wore, and look at their ideologies. Talk to them about the ideologies and see how much happier, despite them living in a harder time, they were. We live in an easier time now than them, but people are more confused and doubtful and fearful of everything. This is done deliberately. So this is just food for thought. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, you be well.